Resilience comes from experience. There's a great adage that you need to be put through the ringer in order to know how strong you really are. And there's a great example of this. Back in World War II, during the U-boats were shooting down all these British passenger ships, shooting down naval ships, and all these sailors, the ones that were living, they happened to be old, crusty sailors. A lot of the young guys were dying. They were in the water for days or weeks, and they were dying. And in part, what they ended up realizing was they hadn't developed that grit. They hadn't realized the level of where their line really was. And those young guys gave up. And so there was a program that was started called Outward Bound. And the intention of that program was to put men, specifically these sailors, through very tough outdoor expeditions and challenges. And that program has since gone worldwide. You probably have heard of it because sometimes, they'll have adult programs. They'll have kids that are forced to go into it because maybe they're in some kind of trouble. And I personally went through that when I was 18. I chose to go, wasn't in trouble, signed up on my own, spent money we didn't have to go on a 30-day backpacking trip in the South San Juan Mountains of Colorado, 100% off the grid. And as a result of going through that type of challenge where you push yourself 8-10 miles a day, where you don't believe you've got another step in front of you, but you end up finding it, that resilience it's developed, but it's really discovered, because most humans, most people have so much more than they're capable of. And so sometimes it comes down to some really terrible, shitty thing happening. Somebody driving on the road and dying in a car accident, and you realize like, oh shit, life can change in a moment. And you don't expect it to happen to you. You think it only happens to other people, but when it happens, and you either get to accept it or you don't. But at the end of the day, it's here. And so it's by going through and facing those challenges that you actually get stronger. And so I think that's one of the things that I've noticed interviewing and studying high performers is that the faster that they realize and accept things as they are, and maybe see them a little bit better than they are, but they accept them as they are, and they turn into those challenges, as Ryan Holiday would say, the obstacle is the way. You turn into that challenge, that obstacle, and that is where your strength is really developed and built. And that's where that resilience comes from. And that's how you end up getting to the other side, to a place where, man, you can take on anything.